the cause of accident on my convoy which killed man, Sports Minister Dalung explains. Solomon Dalung has finally opened up and given details on the accident which claimed one life on his convoy in Gombe on Saturday, July 21. Sports Minister Solomon Dalung speaking about the accident. He is flanked on the far right by AMB Dixon Akko, National Commandant of the Peace Corps of Nigeria, Nigeria's Minister of Sports and Youth Development, BAR. Solomon Dalung has disclosed the cause of the road mishap which befell his convoy in Gombe on Saturday. Sports Minister Solomon Dalung speaking about the accident. He is flanked on the far right by AMB Dixon Akko, National Commandant of the Peace Corps of Nigeria. This was, even as the minister read the riot act to youths, including those whom he described as elements who hijacked the National Youth Council of Nigeria (NYCN) for personal enrichment, while truncating the vision and mission of youth agenda in Nigeria. Dalung, who was in Gombe for the National Unity Convention of NYCN, the first to be successfully held in the last 10 years, explained how his convoy got involved in a ghastly accident after being received at the airport by AMB, Dr. Dixon Akko, chairman of board of the council. The convoy was returning from Gombe Airport when, in a KKU village, some kilometers away from the city center, a 406 Peugeot heading to Bauchi rammed into the convoy. One of the SUVs on the minister's convoy that was smashed in the accident. Briefing newsmen in Gombe, Dalung said the driver of the 406 Peugeot, immediately he sighted the convoy, panicked and swerved off the road into the bush. He manipulated his way trying to come back to the highway, but when he came this time, he crossed over, smashed about 2 or 3 vehicles in the convoy, somersaulted and went into flames. One of our vehicles also somersaulted and we have some degrees of injuries. From what I was told, we lost 1 life instantly. When asked if he made any effort to rescue the victims, the minister said, "It was only my car and one other car that left the scene immediately. The rest of the cars in the convoy remained to move all those involved to the hospital for medical attention. I have visited them in the 2 hospitals where they are receiving treatment. As I am talking right now, 7 people have been discharged so far." The 406 saloon car that allegedly caused the accident completely burnt, Dalung said, as a sign of respect for the departed souls. The election would be shifted to Sunday, saying, despite the distractions and antics of those who don't want the progress of the NYCN, the convention would still hold in Gombe as planned. The minister commended the delegates for traveling far distance. "We will not be deterred because we are committed to deliver credible leadership in NYCN. We will proceed," he said. After many years of crisis which had bedeviled the NYCN leadership, from one color of court order to another one, from one junior faction to another senior one, from one caretaker committee to another sole administration, and different forms of aberration that have truncated the vision and mission of youth agenda in Nigeria. For those who believe that the NYCN is a platform for making wealth, let me advise them, they can join Dangote Group of companies. That is where wealth is created. Those of us who think we can use the platform of NYCN to blossom our political ambitions, let me advise you that the APC, the PDP and the other 77 political parties are there for you. Go and join one of them. Some of those receiving treatment at the hospital after the crash. For those of us who think we are strong and popular and the only place we can take refuge is to surrender ourselves to some powerful politicians who will sponsor us to continue to truncate the vision of the youth of Nigeria, I advise you, there are so many criminal groups, go and join one. And for those who believe the youth deserve a voice and the youth of this country are the only national assets we have, and have joined the national youth movement selflessly, I say to you, my fellow countrymen, God bless you. While assuring the delegates that the federal government has no preferred candidate in the Gombe Convention, Dalung warned those who are above the red line, 35 years, to stay clear from the contest, urging them to also consider young women in some positions. Meanwhile, Gombe State Governor, Alhaji Ibrahim Dankwambo, has sent his condolences on behalf of the state government to the families of the 2 young men who lost their lives in the Saturday crash. speaking at the executive session of the convention. The governor also promised to shoulder the hospital bills of those injured, including officers of Peace Corps of Nigeria, directors from Federal Ministry of Sports and Youth Development and the outgoing president of NYCN, Comrade Meranu Jeko, who is lying in critical condition at the hospital. None think your friend would be interested. Share this story using any of the share button below. Down arrow, place your text abert below, greater than 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 loading. Share your story with us via email, info@247nigerianewsupdate.co. Received news via our WhatsApp. Kindly text 234,701 056 to add you. Click here to join us on our YouTube channel for news update. Click here to join us on Twitter for instant news update at 247NGNEWSUPDATE. Click here to join millions around the globe to read news on our Facebook fan page for instant updates on Instagram. Click here receive instant news update via our BBM broadcast D3EDEFDF.